Hi all, friends, fellow artists, students. It's April 4th, 2020, and we just finished up week 3 of sheltering at home and social distancing. I don't think it's social distancing, I just think it's keeping our distance. And I'm going into week 4, and I've been pretty busy the last 3 weeks. I've gotten a lot done. But I don't have a lot to show for it because I've been very disorganized and disjointed and just going from one project to the next. So going forward in this time that we have laying out in front of us, not knowing whether it's going to be 3 weeks, a month, to the end of summer, I'd like to be a little bit more productive with my time and get some projects done. It's a good time to, as they say, chop wood and carry water and get the basics done and out of the way. So I'm kind of been working on that. And I'm cleaning some things out and getting rid of things that are just kind of in my way. And some of that is, paintings that I started that I was either a start or an experiment or just trying something out. And I work a lot on watercolor paper. Because it's so easy to stack up a bunch of watercolor paper rather than cradle boards or canvases. And then sometimes I get back to them, sometimes not. But what I have been doing, or what I started doing last week, is I pulled out my collection of mats. I have lots of mats, and I buy them in the sets. It has the mat, the backing, and the plastic sleeve that it goes in. And I actually did a YouTube video on matting pieces that makes it really simple if you have never done it before. So that's a couple of videos back. Check it out and you'll see how you could do that. But last week I matted 32 little 5x7s in an 8. It's an 8x10 mat and a 5x7 painting. And all these little guys were from, whoops, they're upside down. Look at this great little heart in here. Love that heart, textured heart. Didn't even really notice it when it was an 18x24. But I went through and matted a lot of these little paintings. Cut them up and put them in mats. So I'm not gonna go through all 32 of them, but I did the black and the white mats. Really, really liked them. And then I also, because they were all cut from the same paintings, a lot of them I have series. I have instant series, instant sets. So these are gonna come in handy when this is all over and we have art fairs once again and art walk happens. I'll be able to have little pieces. I also did some that were bigger. These are 8x10s in 11x14, I think. I think that's an 11x14 mat. But again, it's a great way to create little paintings from pieces that you are probably not going to do anything with anyway. And this was a whole series of pears that I did on my jelly plate, mono printing. So I went ahead and matted those. Love that one. That's one of my favorites. Anyway, so I have 32 of those of the 5x7s. I have 15 of these guys, and I still have mats to go. So I'm going to show you how I take one of my pieces. I'm going to work on this one. It's kind of fun. Oh, it was a floral. It went like this, but not strong enough to really do anything with. So I'm going to show you how I cut this up and get it ready for matting. So, okay, so this is not really rocket science. It's just kind of figuring out what you like and what's salvageable on this piece and what we can do away with and what we want to keep. And some of it might mean I have to go and do some additions in some of the spots. Like, that's kind of a fun little painting in either the white or black. So I've kind of figured part of this out. I already know I'm going to, let me see, I need a 5x7 space. So I'm gonna measure that out, but I think I don't want to lose this line going across there, so I'm going to raise this up a little bit so it kind of will be more like this than this. Although that does seem a little stronger, doesn't it? So you kind of just go along and figure out what's going to work. And I really do think maybe that works just like that. So I'm taking my Stabilo. I'm going to do a little mark there. And I use a box cutter rather than an X-Acto knife. And I have a self-healing mat underneath. So we got that. And I know I want these to be 5 inches across. Let me get this out of the way. 5, we got 10, we got 15. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut those. And it's kind of fun. I like that one. And then you just have to decide, I like it much better on a white mat. I like this little guy. I might like it better on a white mat too. Yeah. Now this one I have leftover, so I can kind of make him, you know, I can float it around where I want it. But I think I'm liking that right at the 5. So let me cut that. And then I have leftover, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with my scraps. So right there, I have 3 really fun little paintings that work really well on their own. Okay, so let's take those guys. And then I have, now I've drawn a line across here, so I've already measured that. And that is for the 7 inches, but you know, check your measurements. Always check your measurements. Do I like that? Kind of sliding along. If I go, and I'm also trying to figure out what's going to get me the most out of my pieces. And that's going to be fine. Got that. Not too interesting there. Okay, see how these guys, I love this one. That's really sweet and simple. I like it. This one I might be able to add something to it, a little spot of red, and then it'll be part of a series. Same with this one. But I like those, And now I've got this top part left, which brings this blue into it. Don't want to lose that flower. So do I want it here or do I want it here? If I have it here, I can keep that little bit of blue. Yeah, let's just do that. So let me see. I'm going to start this right about, I think I'm just going to cut this off. That's not cutting it right. I'd end up cutting my finger off that way. Another scrap. Got my scrap pile happening. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to end up with a couple little scraps here. Ah, I did that one wrong. I didn't really want to lose that. But now I have this one. Kind of fun. This one might need something, but I like the blue that continues on. And I like that little guy. I'm going to cut this off here. Now, again, kind of cool little paintings. Either in black or in white. They look really fun. Okay, so now I have all these little paintings. All cut. Let me see, I've got 6, 7, I'm missing one, 8, 9. I got 9 little paintings out of that one sheet. But I also have this scrap, the scrap pieces. And what I'm doing with the scrap pieces, I have here a piece of canvas that it just has some paint on it. I may either lay these out on here and create, I'm thinking I'd like to do something linear with these. Or I can take an old canvas that has color on it and layer these all on, haven't decided yet. Layer these all on to one canvas, letting some of this color from underneath. I don't know what this was. It was a throwaway canvas of somebody's. And play with these, puzzle them about, and do a whole little piece with scraps. And they've already got art on them. So I hope that was inspirational. I know that you've got pieces you can cut up. You could even take a piece of canvas like this and cut it, take it off its stretchers and cut that out and put that in a mat.